Major League Baseball is officially in a pickle. The billionaire owners and the millionaire players still can't seem to strike a deal ahead of the June 1st deadline. And with each passing second, the outlook of the 2020 season is jeopardized even more. The Players Association rejected the owners' latest economic proposal that calls for steep cuts to top-tier earners. For instance, a player earning between $5 and $10 million gets just 40% of that. Players closer to the minimum receive 72%. The union seeks prorated salaries based on season length, and the two sides are also not on uniform testing protocols. It remains MLB's goal to have a 21-day spring training in June and start an 82-game season July 4th in empty stadiums and finish by the end of September. And then we'll have an expanded playoffs. You see how exhausting this gets? But if they have any luck at all, they better strike a deal early and quick next week. Well, the SEC Community Service Team recognized two Gators today, both denizens of the Diamond. Baseball player Tommy Mace is recognized for his volunteer work at Littlewood Elementary. He assisted students with homework and other activities throughout the school year. On the mound, Mace provided a nice example for the class, going 3-0 with a 1.67 ERA and a team-leading 27 innings pitched. Mace is projected as a second or third round pick in the Major League Baseball draft June 10th and 11th. And Gator softball player Kinsley Goals, she lands on the SEC Community Service Team as well. The sophomore infielder makes multiple visits to Shands Children's Hospital and builds food baskets for family in need through Trinity United Methodist Church. Goals did not see any action this spring for Florida after transferring from Mississippi State. While folks around Gainesville can't wait for college football season to start, many are equally as excited for Gator men's hoops. With forwards Keontae Johnson and Scotty Lewis ready to come back to the fold, they'll have a new weapon and teammate to rely on. ESPN ranks forward Anthony DeRuggi as the number 5 transfer coming off his sit-out season. DeRuggi watched Florida go 19-12 this past season, but averaged over 12 points and 5 boards in his season with Louisiana Tech. He'll be a sophomore next season and should help Johnson and Omar Payne on the Gators' front line. But as of now, guards Andrew Nemhart and Trey Mann are entering the NBA draft. And speaking of that pesky sit-out rule, there is momentum towards eliminating it for the first-time transfers. It was up for discussion a week ago, but the NCAA opted to revisit the issue in January, electing instead to concentrate on pandemic-related concerns. Now, currently, undergrads looking to change schools need to wait 1 season to play unless they get a hardship waiver, which sometimes works. Van Jefferson was able to play football for Florida right out of the gate because his old school, Ole Miss, suffered NCAA sanctions. But there's a backlog on that waiver process, and many view the system as unstable. A full proposal on new guidelines for a first-time transfer is expected in November. Now at the NBA level, Mavericks owner Mark Cuban is in camp for all teams to return to play for the sake of course, satisfying TV contracts. Cuban believes a 5 to 7 game restart, followed by a play-in tournament for the bottom postseason seeds, would be fair and entertaining. Format is the contentious point, and that's why a decision and time frame might not be settled on just yet, because this Friday, the weekly Board of Governors conference call takes place. The league is working on phasing in a restart for a model that would have teams back in training camps by July, with the action resuming late in July or even early August. Orlando is among the front runners for hosting duties. With multiple arenas in close proximity, the wide world of sports makes sense. And this date in history, 1994, Mathieu. The New York Rangers forward Stephen Mathieu scored in double overtime in Game 7 of the NHL's Eastern Conference Finals against the Devils. The goal sent the Rangers to the Stanley Cup Finals, where they ended a 54-year championship drought. We'll be right back.